If you want to do a smooth flow to beautiful music and a perfectly timed drop, this routine is for you. Hi, Aerialist! We are on the silks this week.
Yes, and we have a really nice drop that we want to show you that goes really well with the music like Karina mentioned. And the good thing about this drop is that it doesn't take that much strength. You are pretty much wrapped throughout most of the poses. So even if you need to do it multiple times, if you are someone who is pretty adept to silks, you won't find it to be too strength intensive.
Yes. The only thing is that we do pull up to start, so you will use a little bit of strength there, but everything else should be quite easy on your muscles.
Easy on your muscles, yes. Maybe not on the fear factor if you get it wrong though.
Yeah. So you make sure when you're doing this drop that you follow the exact directions that we'll give you when we break it down for you so that you don't make any mistakes. One of the things that we don't do a lot on the channel is drops because, you know, they can be a little bit dangerous if you don't do them correctly. We saw that firsthand today with Taylor falling out because of not doing the wraps correctly in the beginning. So It's very important for you to follow the directions that we give you when we do the breakdown.
Yes, especially when it comes to hand placement and which pole you're holding at different times. Just be as aware of that as you can. Before we start, let's do a quick safety check. Safety is super important, especially when we're doing drops. Let's start by checking our equipment, check the rigging and everything that you have. Make sure that you have a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances, especially when practicing drops. Make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, you can find them in a playlist, which we'll leave right up here. If you haven't done that yet, go warm up first and then come back to the video. I also think we should talk a lot about making sure that you're learning it step by step and not rushing to do the final drop in the beginning, because you might need to walk yourself through it so that you can know the movement pattern and how your body should be going before actually attempting the drop. And that is something that helped both Karina and I today when we were practicing.
It also helps to make sure you have enough height, enough space to do the drop. So the first time I did this drop, I wasn't sure if we had enough space.
So definitely do that first. Make sure that you're wearing the right clothing. For this routine, I'd recommend leggings. You are wrapping yourself up quite a bit and you're hooking your knees against the poles. So you were gonna, I guess, slide at some point. So make sure that you're covering that area if you don't want any bruises and stuff like that. Karina did the routine before in shorts and she was fine with it. She's also always training her skin. So just bear that in mind and wear something that you'll be comfortable with. And then make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with so they can be your GPS in the air and your cheerleader. I really saw the importance of that today when training. And if something happens, they're there to call someone or assist you.
Yes, and like we said before, the music to this routine is beautiful. You will want to see it synced up to the music. Unfortunately, you can't see it on this video yet. Maybe someday in the future, we'll just release one video. But for now, this is just a tutorial video where you get to see us break down the poses and give you the tips and tricks that we use, along with the warnings that we find when we are learning the routine. So you are not going to see it synced up to this video. What we did though, we left a short for you right up here. This short is synced up to the music, but we also invite you to come back to the channel on Friday. We film both of us doing the routine synced up to the music, and we release a YouTube video that you can see both of us doing the routine to the music, so you can have an idea what we intended for it to look like synced up to the music. But you also get to see two people do the same routine and see how we might do things a little bit different based on our heights, our bodies, our strength, all different things, because you know, no two bodies are the same. And this encourages you to be more accepting of what it is that you do at home, because your routine will not look exactly like our routine in the same way my routine will not look like Taylor's routine. So we want you to be more accepting of what it is that we do. We also leave you a link to the song that we use along with the time in which we get started down in the description below, so that you know exactly what version of the song we're using and when we are starting.
Now that we've covered everything,
Let's get started.
So we start with our starting spin. Karina is gonna start with both poles separated. Make sure that each pole is on each side. And then make sure that the tails are also entangled at the bottom. Yeah, so you can see both of them are separated. From there, you're going to hold high like Karina is doing, each pole. And you're going to stick out your right leg and you're gonna swing that backwards as you lift yourself up, and then you will stagger your legs like Karina is doing right here. So if she puts that together, it should look like this. Swing backwards and stagger your legs, and that is your starting spin before getting into a straddle. So let's get into the real part of the breakdown. So we start from that pull-up position, start your straddle, and then you're going to crochet both legs from outside to inside. Make sure that you sickle your feet to keep them in place. Then you're doing a double cross in the back, so cross and then cross again so that you have this loop here. Bring the fabric under your armpits and over your shoulders. Here you can let go, it should be pretty safe, and you can do a little spin here. From here, you're going to hold on to the tail that's running between your thighs, and then you're going to lower your legs so that will release your crochet. Come into like a straddle before coming into sort of a lever here, and then you're going to hook your left leg on the right pole. From there, you're going to hold on to the left fabric with your right hand, and then you're gonna grab the other fabric with your left hand. So that's your right fabric with your left hand. It should create a cross in front of you as you pull up. You will have this cross right here. From there, you're going to immediately pike, and then you're going to hook your legs on the right pole, and then first you do an extension here, and then from there,
reach your right hand to hold on to the pole that the left hand is currently holding, slide it up to hold higher, and release your left hand and reach for the pole that is further away from you. Pull yourself up, straighten your legs, and allow the wrap to move from by your knees to around your waist.
You're going to straddle, and you're going to hook your legs on the pole. So Karina hooks her right, and then from here, you're going to hold the tails and add spin, but cross the other leg over top, and here is where you add spin. From there, you're going to just kind of extend your arms and make sure that you're holding the poles with straight arms, and make sure that you have a little bit of tension in the fabric. And then you're going to extend that leg that was crossed on top of the one that is hooked on the pole, and then you're going to get ready for your drop. So when you're doing the drop, in order to get into that drop, you're going to think about releasing the hooked leg and then immediately hooking it back after doing one rotation. It should automatically hook back on the pole that is closest to it. So Karina is gonna show us how to do it here. So she releases, she does a rotation, and it will hook itself back.
At 0.5 speed, you can see how she completes a rotation before hooking her leg back on the pole. Keep in mind that your upper body will fall lower than where your leg is, so make sure you have space for that.
From there, in order to get out of it, you just release your hooked leg and pull yourself up. You'll have that cross, but it's pretty easy to just take those off your shoulders like a backpack. And that's the end of the routine.
That was so much fun.
Thank you so much for training with us today. If you are not tired of training silks yet and not tired of drops, check out this routine that we're gonna leave on screen for you, which has awesome music, and not one, but 2 drops. So we think you'll really love this one. We'll leave the dance video on top and the routine video at the bottom. And until next time, bye!